So what do we have on the agenda for today?
I have Strata Group's Sierra account. I want to dial some of their new leads just live with you.
Oh yeah. So one of the key things about not just our system, but any system or any strategy that involves online lead generation, and actually scratch that, it's not just online lead generation, it's just working leads in general, right? Where we're known in the industry for database CPR, where you're going to bring old leads back to life. But we're also known for making you more efficient with your use of time. So in the world of all, like specifically inside Sierra Interactive, which is where we work, but most of the all-in-ones have a lot of bells and whistles and things that you can do, right, to prepare for a call, right? So instead of just dialing into a cold list, which, you know, like it or not, oftentimes we're going to end up dialing into a cold list eventually anyways, right? But if the more steps we can take to prevent the cold dialing by using things in a way that warms up your call list, right? So like oftentimes I talk about database fitness, right? Database fitness is the same as physical fitness in that it requires daily work, right? To keep things maintained and up to date. And it also requires multiple different ways to do multiple things. The same thing happens when you're working your database, right? Like you have all these tools inside the system, and if you use them all together in different ways all the time, you keep on shaking it up. So for you, when you're going to get into a list of people to dial, sometimes it would be a good idea to send out a text message before you make that dial, announcing that you might make the phone call. Sometimes it might be best to make a phone call first and then announce with a text message who you are and why you called.
Yeah.
Sometimes, or actually in our opinion, all the time, you should have things running in the background like emails, text messages that are kind of just trying to warm people up. One thing that makes us unique is that we not only run our follow-up for text and emails, but it also runs on Facebook and Instagram in the form of retargeting ads.
Now, I can't call through his phone because I don't have his phone. And I want to call, but I want to call through my phone and not the browser. Can I do that? Can I just?
No, you have to have your phone linked if you want that. But the browser inside Sierra Interactive is at least 5 times faster than dialing through the cell phone. And it's because it doesn't have to keep breaking the connection while you go and work the leads profile.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, and as long as you have a headset and a mic, or you have and you're dialing through the roll number right here, and this is where it gets a little bit like you have to know what's going on inside the database. Does each agent have a personal dialer number? Are they using it? And here's where it gets a little weird for us. The action plans now, and this is a new feature in Sierra, the action plans now will default if you have the settings set to where they'll automatically come from a personal dialer number if it's available. So my point is, I want the phone calls coming from whatever the phone number that the text messages were coming from, because it gives familiarity.
All right, so we're going to just use this and hit confirm. Okay, it's going to auto dial in 6 seconds. So let's see here. I'm interested in Grove Avenue Resort. Okay. Hold on. Yes, use my microphone. Now I'm looking at the agent's name right here.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi, is this Miss Tran?
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Alex. I'm calling on behalf of Jennifer with the Strata Group. We're local realtors here in Orlando, and I just wanted to follow up with you about your request off of Grove Resort Avenue in Winter Garden. Were you able to see that property?
Oh, I won't be there until October.
Oh, okay. Where are you currently living?
I'm out here in Seattle.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. Well, let's see here. You said you're going to be here in October. Did you want to do a virtual tour of this property?
Well, that's what Jennifer was talking about. She would try to do the virtual tour.
Yeah, okay. Okay, great. Yeah, so I had gotten a couple of buyers from Jennifer to just follow up with, and you guys might have connected before I was able to get back with her to refresh this list. So were you able to talk to her today?
Yeah, I just finished talking to her.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Well, while I have you on the phone, are you going to need to sell a property in Seattle before you make a purchase down here?
No.
Okay, all right, great. And then if this is the property that you guys want to go ahead and make an offer on, do you already have your finances in line? Have you been pre-approved, or will you be paying cash?
We probably will be paying cash.
Okay, great. And if this property does end up being the one for you, are you wanting to purchase it before you move down in October?
No. We probably just use it for part-time, not for full-time.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, I mean, that's a great area to be able to vacation to when you want, and be able to see it before you guys make a move. So that's a great choice. Well, I'll go ahead and follow up with her and just let her know that we touch base, and I'm sure she's going to check on a showing and be able to accommodate that virtually for you.
Okay.
Was there anything with this property that you were hoping it had that I could put another search together for you to make sure that you're getting other properties of interest?
Well, yeah, I would like property has some amenities like, like a resort type. And see, I have a granddaughter, and I would like her to come with us and enjoy the pool and all those fun.
Absolutely. I mean, that's why we go to Florida, right? To enjoy the things that the Northwest doesn't have.
Yeah. Well, the Northwest, the weather is much more mild than Florida.
Yeah.
And the pool just not working very well.
Right.
It's cold. Yeah.
Look, if it does have a pool season, it's very short and usually indoors.
Yeah, then indoor it's just too much cost for maintenance. Even like the hot tub, it still costs a lot of maintenance.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. Well, that sounds really great. I just want to make sure that I have everything to customize your search. Is this the price point that you want to stay in? The 300 to 400,000?
Yeah, probably something around 3 to 5 or 3 to 4, something like that.
Okay. If you guys did go up to the $500,000 range, what are some of the things that it must have? Like if you were to say, you know what, it's worth it to spend the extra, what would that look like for you?
I really don't know how the market in Florida.
Okay, so really just depending on the market. If
oh well, I mean, depend on if we look at if we really like it. I mean, I have no idea. I look at the website. Some of them cost like under 200, and I don't know how is that compared to around 300-400.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I really don't know. I just want a good area and easy access to restaurant and things like that.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's another thing about parking. Is this particular property has a garage for the car? See, like if we're not there, if we have a car, we want to have a place, we want to put it there instead of just in the open parking lot.
Okay.
So it has a garage.
So covered parking would be important to you, or a garage. Okay. I'm not sure offhand if this particular property does, but I'm going to go ahead and send a message over to Jennifer and just see if she can go ahead and vet that. So if it doesn't have an actual enclosed garage that only belongs to you, would that be a deal breaker?
Yeah, well, we really, at least there's something cover.
Okay.
Because, like if we leave the car there for a couple months, we don't want to be open and rain or the windstorm blow away.
Right. Absolutely. Well, I think that if we adjust your price point on there and let's see what they have between 300 to 400 with a garage that comes with it.
Yeah.
Also the amenities for the resort type
Okay.
amenities, and then kind of go from there. But I'll let Jennifer know that that's definitely a sticking point for you guys, that you have a safe place to park your car. And I agree. I mean, even if you have gated access, if it's open to the elements, you guys aren't there. You know, we do get the windstorms and the weather, and you know, God forbid, hurricanes or something like that to move through. So
Yeah.
we definitely want to be mindful of that for you guys.
Yeah.
And then, would you want to have, you know, a modest driving distance from the airport? Is that important to you, or if you guys at least do you want to be within an hour driving distance radius from the airport, or more like 30 minutes, or have you thought about that?
I don't think that will be a big deal. You know, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I'll message Jennifer real quickly about if it has a garage or not, and then just have her confirm with you one way or the other. But at least if we can start getting you some listings that, you know, would be right with what you guys are wanting, and we can do some virtual tours for you, that'll help do some of the heavy lifting while you guys make your decision from Seattle. So
yeah, and it definitely have to have an elevator.
An
because
elevator. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I don't want to walk 3, 4 floors.
Right. I don't blame you. Definitely. Okay, so elevator. And are you guys going to want to be able to use this as a verbo while you're not using it? Should we check the HOAs for that as well?
Yeah, that's the one thing I was talking to Jennifer is, you know, I don't know how it's the rental program. And she said that, you know, she may recommend somebody to managing when we're not there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Jennifer knows a lot of great people that can help you. I know she's probably going to just suggest our go-tos, you know, that we trust, especially when you're long distance. But she has such a wonderful network of people that can, you know, help you guys make those good decisions. So, well, it sounds like you already had a really good conversation with her. I'll just have her double check the garage, and you know, we'll go from there if that sounds good to you.
And is that the HOA? What was that included? You know, for I saw it says a 670A.
Okay.
What was that included? Okay.
Yeah, I'll have her do that. And then, yeah, a lot of the Verbo leases have to be, you know, the minimum 1 to 7 days. Sometimes they have particular guidelines on there as far as what you can do for Verbo. And that's one of the reasons why, you know, going through Jennifer's sources, they'll already know, and they'll be able to know where to check before you make a purchase. So, but I'll have her be prepared to, you know, show you some things about the HOAs and see if they have a covered garage.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you so much, Ms. Tran, and we look forward to helping you. If there's anything else that you can think of, you can certainly just give us a text or an email back, and we'll add it to your search and see what we can do for you.
Okay, sounds good. Yes, you go ahead and send me an email or so I have your email address. So then I think Jennifer did send me an email.
You know what? I'm not seeing that we verified your email just yet. Would you confirm the email address that's best for you? And I'll just make sure that it's the same one that we have in the system. Okay. All right. Well, it's not
all right.
Like we do. We'll send a test email, and if you just reply to that one, then we'll be in communication. Make sure it doesn't go to spam.
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you
right.
you're Alex, right?
Yes.
You're Alex.
Yes.
Yeah.
And,
okay.
Yep.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Nice talking to you.
You as well. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, and I can just hit end call. All right, so I want to stay on this lead so I can log it. So talk to lead, and then I can just log and stay.
Yep.
Right there.
So you can do your lead maintenance, which would entail making the search. Good job on that call, by the way.
Okay, good.
Well, I know that you've made a couple in your life, but what the thing is, for those that end up watching this later, if people are going to see this, sometimes it gets weird in the beginning of the call. Like she just talked to Jennifer and then you just blew right through it. You just kept it going and it was a good conversation. She was laughing and having a good time. Super impressed with the way that call went down, because sometimes that's the kind of thing that will jam somebody up and throw them off of their groove. And that's kind of like the thing that they pick up on the other side of it. Just like if you and I were having a conversation, I walked up and I got all awkward, it would be like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just go back over here. You know what I mean? Whereas if you just keep it rolling, it's just expected. So that was good. Inside the property details of that page, which you did what you should do, because you don't really have time to be digging through and looking at all the details. You're just trying to tee Jennifer up for a better call.
Yeah.
So I loved it. Because you had me on the call, I went in there and looked and I saw there was a 7-day minimum lease at that property. So it could be rented out Airbnb. Again, who knows what the agent that put that there was drinking or not drinking when they did put it there. So you don't know if it's correct or not at all times. So
right.
I did like that though. That was a good call. Zillow lead that answered right away, and then you took them down the conversation. I like that.
One of the things that I noticed, and this is a huge, since we're using this for training, this is a huge issue with so there's this huge discrepancy in our industry right now of should agents get the leads first? Okay.
Yeah.
I am very vocal on they should not. I'm very vocal about it. And this is one of the reasons why. She talked to her, Jennifer talked to her. This should not be on Qualify.
No, and there's no notes. There's no indicator that a call was made. She obviously talked to her from her cell phone and not the Sierra dialer, which, just as the example, and back to what I said in the beginning of critiquing the call, you should never be calling somebody that just got off the phone with somebody, because they should have updated the lead profile. And I'm with you 100%. If you're not, like, I get it. When you guys are in a system where you are the agent, you are the admin, you are the only person that's going to work this, then you better make your phone calls right away. Truth is, though, it is a very undersatisfying exercise of dialing to people you've never talked to yet. Our opinion here at GGMS is we want agents talking to people that want to talk to an agent, and we want to use automation, systems, and processes to find more people like that. And part of the processes is whoever else is making those dials in the beginning phase of that relationship, because of a whole bunch of things. Agents are generally not as good about getting all the proper information on the first call anyway. They get so excited that they got them on the phone, then they get all like Chris Farley'd out, and they kind of freak out. If you're gonna pay to have people make dials for you, whether that's somebody that sits in your office that you hired from your neighborhood or something like that, or if it's an outside third-party service like what you provide, let the pros do what they do. It's an assembly line for real estate, and that's something that's being talked about a whole lot in the industry right now, where everybody's got their role. Be really, really good at your role, and let somebody else be really good at their role. Keep teeing them up, because this is where people get lost. The agent may be sitting in their car, made their call, whatever, and then they don't remember when you get back to the office to do anything with land trans thing. And pretty soon she gets lost in the mix. She gets the overall impression that you didn't give a crap about the conversation that you did have, right? Because nobody reacted to it. The main thing too, like, she just talked to a Zillow lead. People have to realize it's not this property. Yeah, they might get that property, but this lady's not, like, if you're not ready to pull the trigger on this property right now, it's probably going to be gone. So you might as well get the other information. What's the price range? What's the area? What's important to you? And let me get you on a search so I can get you into my website so you can start, especially an out-of-state lead. They're so unloyal. They're ready to go right back to Zillow right now, Yep. Doing what you just did, which is to kind of, so you made the search. Now you're going to create a search and send the search, because we always want to do what we said we're going to do, because as soon as we don't, then certain people take certain things seriously, right? Even as simple as, hey, I'll give you a call tomorrow at 2:00. Well, sometimes, and I've seen it 100 times, you don't call at 2:00, you try to call at 3 or 4 or 5 o'clock, and the guy's like, hey dude, you had one chance for 2:00 and you missed it, so I'll talk to you never. you know?
Yeah, yeah, that's very true.
And for us in real estate, the one thing they really want is service. They want to know that they're being helped, guided, and not taken advantage of, right? This is where you get people that are like constantly trying to push the thing about making money off of this person. It's a long-term relationship. The sales cycle for buying a home, if you do it right in lead generation, now that was a Zillow lead. That was a connected call from Zillow for a Zillow Flex, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
So they are further down the funnel, but that lead, trust me, didn't start searching on Zillow yesterday. That lead has been being nurtured and been using Zillow for a while. Your site can act in the same way as long as you take the time to set it up properly and then understand and explain to your agents that every lead is not going to be ready to go now. In fact, the majority of them are not. So stop scaring away the leads by trying to force the ready to go now, right now business, and just be that guide. And just know that as you become the source of information and being the guide for these people, they will come to you because we all know how to shop. Exactly. We all know how to make decisions based off of what we like and what we don't like.
Exactly. And that's where we don't need to handle their objection of really anything. So now I want to arrange a property search for her. Okay.
Yep.
And I only wanted to show her what I wanted to show her. Like, I already know what she wants. I don't want to scare her away with garbage. So walk me through this. I don't know anything.
Yeah.
I am a retard that just got your system. Not that people that just got your system are a retard. And I guess retard is politically correct now. So okay.
We love all of our clients. They are all awesome, but some of them don't know anything about what's going on, at least in here at first. So
if I am a novice, all right.
So you're going to scroll back up to the top of the page.
Okay.
We're going to click on searches.
Perfect.
We're going to grab create alert. There's 2 spots you can choose from. Yeah. You're going to select the create new search using the MLS. In this case, it's only the one MFR MLS. In some accounts, there's multiple MLSs, and that makes it a little bit more of a challenge. Now, here's one thing that we teach that is just a must. You're going to create the search name up here, and this is what's going to be seen at the top of the search after they open it up. It is not the subject line that's going to get their attention in their inbox. That's going to happen 3 lines down there where it says the alert subject line, customer default. We'll do that in a second, but as far as the name of the search goes, I would probably type in something like either check out these, or have you seen, or here are some Orlando area properties under 500K, something like that, right?
Okay, so there's 25 properties. How do we get a sneak peek at this list?
So we're going to click Save Search down there on the right.
Okay.
And now that we've saved the search, there's a little arrow with the square right there to your right. Yep. And if you open that, it's going to open up a new tab, and now you're looking at the search as she's going to see it.
Okay.
And so at the top, you have the title, and then you're looking at each of these individual properties. Back to her profile up at the top.
Okay.
And I think the list is sufficient for right now, at least as what she's going to need to see. So go over to the right and click that little envelope, because once you make a list, you create it and then you force send it. So you've clicked the envelope, you click the drop down there.
Okay.
Select that and then go to the top, right there, click it. Now get all matching listings.
Okay.
And then send.
Okay.
So now that's been sent. And now anytime we send somebody an email, we want to try to tell them about it. So go back to summary on the top left.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we're going to go to text.
Okay.
Now we're going to go to scroll down here into that text. So no text template selected. Now you're going to just click into that. What we're going to say is, hey, hey, Lan. Hi, Miss Lan or Miss Tran, comma. I just emailed you the list of properties we just talked about. I just emailed you that list of properties we talked about. But we just talked about. However, I found one that matches exactly what you're looking for. Or that might. However, I found one that might match.
That might be what you're looking for.
It might be what you're looking for, yeah.
Okay. And then should I add the listing?
You're going to add the listing right there. So go underneath it and click add listing.
Okay.
And you're going to paste the MLS number right there.
Okay.
And then you're going to go add. Okay. So now we're going to say insert.
Okay.
Then we're going to scroll down because that's just going to be this little 𝗥𝗲𝘀𝗃 link. Now you see where it says drop file here. I want you to click that. And I want you to add the front facing photo, which is going to be that water slide, because it's not going to come in. When you send that link, it doesn't have any, there is nothing that pops up.
Water, oh, downloads, hang on, oh, desktop. We just got done dialing live through one of our clients in Orlando, and this is a really good team. They have lots of closings. They're very well put together. They have really good agents on their team. And as we dive into their CRM, which they've had Sierra for about a year now, prior to that, they had Commissions Inc. I went through and I designed my 7 and 7 filter based on what GGMS Coaching would suggest, and also based off of our best practices with the 𝗖𝗍 services. Okay. I applied a 7 and 7 filter over their entire database of leads that they had not had a quality connect to. And what did I find? I found a buyer that was in the qual stage that should not have been. So I shouldn't have even talked to this buyer, but because of how busy agents are and how agents usually operate, when they get a new lead, and this was a Zillow lead that came into their system, it came to the agent didn't change the stage, the agent didn't update the notes, they didn't put together the property search, they didn't do the things that you're supposed to do when you talk to a lead. Now, this is not a nag on the agent. This is not a bashing the agent. The agent should have never been put in that position. All right, the agent is out doing agent things, and I bet you she's showing property, she's writing offers, she's negotiating offers, she's doing agent activity, she's doing agent things, and that's what she should be doing. So this isn't a downfall on the agent, it's a downfall on the team structure. The team structure is setting our agents up for failure. Now, the 𝗖𝗍 could have taken that call very easily. She was a very nice lady, put together the property search, set an appointment out with this agent, updated all the notes, put her in the right pipeline, added the right smart plan afterwards, and still gotten this agent the appointment and still set this agent up for success with everything else being done. But that stuff wasn't done. So the person that I spoke to, they want to buy. They are looking at moving down sometime in October. They want to buy and be able to use it until then. They were up to $300,000 to $500,000 cash. They had very clear specifications on what they wanted to purchase. It was very easy for me to go in and make a property search. I found one that I really liked. I texted to her. And then I looked at the property that they were going to tour today. It's already pending, which is really common when it comes to leads that come in from Zillow or Realtor.com or any other online source. Unless you're sending it to them directly from the MLS, and it can still happen then, most of the properties that they come in on are already pending in our system. It just doesn't reflect on Zillow. Okay, so most of the time when they come in on a property, that's not the one that they're going to buy. It's too late. And you have to be able to overcome that objection by giving them something else that they'll really like. The only way to do that is to have a clear quality connection, conversation, and send them properties of value. Not too many agents out in the field can do that. Not too many agents can talk to that lead now, update the CRM, update the property search, send them something right now, see that it's already pending, get them out there and work their ongoing current business, which is why the 𝗖𝗍s are so valuable, and done correctly, we really save you guys a lot of time. Okay. So I was able to call their office. I spoke with their 𝗖𝗍. I let them know, hey, let this agent know this is what happened. I recorded the call in the system. Well, the system recorded it for us. She can listen to the conversation. I also apologize, letting them know that I would not have called that person if I knew that they had already been contacted. And there was a problem that they've been having. And this is a problem. And it is not to bash your agents. It's not to go yell at your agents and tell your agents are doing something wrong. Wake up, team leaders. This is not an agent problem. You are setting them up for failure. Stop forcing them to do the things that they don't have time to do. They're not set up to do. Keep it in-house. Put the time and stress and focus on training your ISA to do it for them. Get your ISA crew doing these things on behalf of the agent where the agent trusts them to do it. And then your agent will have the stress of letting everybody down when they don't move the pipeline, when they don't put the property search together, when they don't do these things because they're out meeting with clients. They're out doing agent things. And I believe that they really are, or they want to be. All right. And yeah, I know there's agents out there that just simply don't do it because they don't want to. Listen to that. They're not doing it because they don't want to, because it's not a part of their DISC profile. It's not what they want to do. So they're not going to do it. The same thing is that when you give them something that they do want to do, they do a very good job at it. They want to be showing homes to pre-approved buyers. They want to be listing real estate with sellers that want to sell. Give them that and see how their work ethic changes. You're making the highest and best use of their time. You're giving them their one thing, what they're licensed to do, what they really want to do. They don't want to update your CRM. They don't want to do the paperwork. They don't want to do the business strategy stuff. They just want to show buyers homes and write offers. They just want to meet with sellers and get signs on the ground. So give them that. And all those stressful conversations will just go away. All right. I'm going to sign off for now. Thank you guys so much. Josh, thank you so much for giving us your time. I really appreciate that. Thank you for using me as your guinea pig for going through systems. Thank you for coaching me like I don't know what I'm doing. I really appreciate all your time and effort on this, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going live.
Angel, but she had the body from hell. Within a half an